Coming up this half hour, we're going to take you to Billings, where City Council met to discuss the future of a commercial and housing development project in downtown. Justin Dubale will share more. And happening overnight, Russian drones were shot down by the Polish military during a strike on Ukraine. We'll share what this means in the grand scheme of things.
And right now we're taking a live look out of the Missoula area. We are expected to see a couple of isolated showers and thunderstorms settling in. And of course, those details are all coming up.
Wake up, you gotta rise to the sun. And here it comes, it's time to make the best of what you got to give. It's all about rising, and I wanna be
Oh, wake up, Montana. Wonderful Wednesday on tap for you. Alongside Chief Meteorologist Tracy Smith, my name is John Martin. What's up?
That's right. I had a loud concert going on in my ear.
I mean, that's a jam, dude. That is an absolute banger of a show open. And yeah, sometimes it is a little loud.
It gets a little rocking
but it
too
does
hard.
Wake you up.
It does. Sure.
If you are waking, and mine just did it. If you are waking up this morning and you want to get outside and enjoy those cooler temperatures, at least for a majority of the state, man, this is an opportunity to do that and just kind of sit in serenity.
Absolutely. Western Montana is kind of getting to enjoy some of those cooler conditions while things are really heating up in the eastern plains. Let's talk about what we're seeing on the satellite and radar right now. We're looking at a couple pockets of light showers. Now, overall, not too impactful, but don't be surprised if you come across a couple of light sprinkles, more moisture approaching in from the southwest. Now, with that, we are going to be looking at a little bit more moisture throughout the day. That's going to develop more into central Montana. Of course, pressing more into areas like the High Line. We get more into your evening hours. This is where we do have a chance to see a couple of gusty outflow winds. That's going to settle in right outside some of those passing showers and thunderstorms out of central and eastern Montana. And of course, most of that moisture continues to track to the north and east. As far as smoke and haze, well, we're expected to see improving conditions developing from the south to the north throughout much of the day. That moisture is kind of helping moving everything along. Consulting with your air quality right now, though, we are looking at more of a good to moderate status, seeing that good status from Dillon all the way to Great Falls down into Sheridan, and a little bit more moderate for areas up into the northwest, into areas like Havre, Lewistown, and extending into the eastern plains. Temperatures at the current hour are mostly into the 40s there out of the southwest with low 50s out of Dillon. You're looking at a mix of 50s and 60s across the state otherwise, and it does look like your daytime highs are going to be cooking, especially in the eastern plains, and we'll take a closer look at those details here in just a bit.
Tracy, thank you very much. Poland's military said early today that it had shot down drones that violated its airspace during a Russian attack on neighboring Ukraine. Prime Minister Donald Tusk said that Polish airspace was violated by, quote, a huge number of Russian drones, end quote, that were shot down. He said he was in constant communication with the Secretary General of NATO and Poland's allies. Poland is a member of the NATO alliance, a transatlantic defense pact involving the U.S. that deems an attack on one is an attack on all. We'll continue to track this as updates become available. We're taking a look live right now at the White House, where the emergency declaration behind the federal takeover of Washington, D.C. expires today. That, according to the mayor's office, President Trump cannot control the city's police force for more than 30 days without Congress. Police say homicides, car thefts, robberies, and violent crime are down since the takeover. And so is restaurant traffic, that according to Open Table. Now, Republican lawmakers are introducing bills to expand federal control of D.C.'s justice system. And President Trump says that other cities are in his sights. Bringing things back to Montana now, the future of a commercial and housing development project in downtown Billings is up in the air. See, back in September 2022, Billings City Council awarded TIF funding to developers for this project, but delays have set that project back 3 years, prompting Billings City Council members to share their concerns last night about the project's success. Well, Justin Dubale has been following the story. He shares more on the city's demands for a clearer picture from developers.
Developers at High Plains Architect would like to renovate this building here, known as the Old Billings Hardware Building, into commercial spaces and loft-style apartments. However, some city council members have grown weary on this project taking so long to break ground.
we get ourselves in trouble when we just lag these things along and we don't bring projects. We commit money to projects that aren't ready to actually go. Come when you're ready.
Councilmember Aspenleiter expressed frustration for the project continuing to be pushed down the road, since he claims it's taking up space in the downtown TIF district funding that could be used for other projects.
I'm not against supporting it when it's ready, but I am against tying the money up in perpetuity until they figure it out. I think we need to kill this application and let them go back through the reapplication process when they're actually ready, so that we're not holding money back from other folks that are ready.
Randy Hafer, co-founder for High Plains Architects, explained these delays, saying early on funding was hard to come by after COVID with supply chain issues and high interest rates.
So our whole financing package fell apart. We were not able to execute the project at that time.
There was confusion between developers and the city when it came to the development agreement that was proposed in 2022 when High Plains was awarded the TIF money. Hafer claims in the paperwork that High Plains has 180 days to sign the agreement after they receive funds from their historic tax funding. Meanwhile, the city was under the impression that High Plains has 365 days after the agreement was proposed in 2022, which would now make that agreement void, and High Plains would have to reapply.
I just want to be very clear that the development agreement that we were working with had no language whatsoever about 365 days. So that was a complete surprise to us.
Hafer pleaded with the city not to kill the project now and have him come back at a later date, November 10th, which by then he hopes this confusion will be cleared up and they can deliver their plan to the city.
At this point, though, to say, well, we're going to start all over again, that everything falls apart again. So we're asking you, frankly, we're begging you, please don't do that. We're finally very close. This is going to be a really important project for downtown. And we've been working diligently on this thing for years. And it's been, if you're frustrated, I can only assure you that we're way more frustrated.
After more discussion, council did vote unanimously to move this hearing to November 10th. We'll continue to follow the story and provide updates as we get them. In Billings, Justin Dubell for NonStop Local.
All right, Justin, thank you very much for that. Governor Greg Gianforte joined families and first responders in Three Forks yesterday to cut the ribbon on a new memorial honoring fallen tow truck drivers. The Wall of the Fallen Tow Operator Memorial is now in place as a reminder for all drivers to slow down, move over, and keep roadside crews safe. That memorial was made to honor the 5 Montana tow operators who gave their lives helping others on our roadways. It's more than a tribute. It's a push for safer roads. Those names on that wall will carry a powerful story. 5 operators who never made it home. It actually started in October 2020 with the tragic loss of 2 operators, William Allen and Nicholas Visser, struck and killed near Columbus while assisting motorists in winter conditions. Since then, of course, more Montana tow operators have also lost their lives in the line of duty. And yesterday was not just a memorial for those fallen tow truck drivers, but an honorary celebration for them as well. The memorial was held at a rest area, which serves as a place for reflection and education about road safety.
It's really an honor to join you today. My job is fairly simple. I want to say thank you for the work that you do. And also, as we remember these fallen operators and the sacrifice that they've made for our communities. To all the drivers in Montana, let me just say, slow down and move over. And that'll keep us all safer.
The project was made possible through community support, donations, and the dedication of the Montana Towers organization. And just real quick, Chattanooga, Tennessee, the birthplace of the tow truck. There is a wonderful International Tow Truck Museum. Also has a wall of remembrance for all tow truck drivers who have given their lives in the line of duty. Wonderful thing to check out if that's your industry or you're interested in learning more about that. Again, that in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Let's go to Lolo this morning, where a new subdivision proposal will go in front of county commissioners this week. That proposal is called the Bell Tower subdivision. In that proposal, there's a dedicated 16.71 acres of public park land, including land just behind the site of the old Lolo School. The talks of this new subdivision have sparked discussions with some Lolo residents who want to see disc golf return to their community.
And really, it's something that we just have limited active space here, right? And this is a lifetime game. Anyone from any skill level, any age range can come out and do this if they want to. And that's something that we had, and I just want to bring that back.
For Pike, a local pro, he says Missoula County has been responsive to these disc golf restoration talks, but he wants to make sure it doesn't get put on the back burner. We asked Missoula County if restoring disc golf at this site was a possibility, and the answer was yes, but there are reasons it can't happen right away. Missoula County commissioners will host a public hearing over the future of the subdivision this Thursday. All right, everybody, we have much more to talk about in the next 49 minutes or so, including in your next half hour, big expansions coming to the Great Falls Airport, and while they're being installed, changes to flight schedules can be expected.
And right now we're taking a live look out of the Whitefish area. We do have a couple of isolated showers and thunderstorms moving in this afternoon and evening, and we'll take a closer look at those details here in just a bit.